From the Tudors to the Georgians, royal wardrobes of the past are often associated with displays of extravagant opulence and wealth. Fashion was a bold statement about status and power.
There was no other means for the monarch to communicate, really. The only way in which the nation knew what the monarch looked like was through a small number of officially sanctioned portraits, which were used to make sure that the monarch was recognisable. And at a time when very few people would have had any kind of interaction with them themselves, these clothes had to do a lot of the talking for them and really had to kind of convey the power and the majesty of monarchy.
Long before the invention of the internet, royal women were influencing style, from Queen Charlotte, who stipulated that only Spitalfields silk should be worn in her court to promote British industry, to Queen Alexandra, who brought international brands from Europe and beyond. Today's royals may be more subtle in their sartorial choices, but as stylist Claire Lopez explains, it's still as important as ever.
It's how we're judged by the world, rightly or wrongly, and particularly for a female public figure, even more so. The way they dress is under huge scrutiny. The royals, they are ambassadors for the country and for the institution of monarchy, so they are 100% judged by the sartorial choices they make, and the style stakes are high.
The Duchess of Cambridge is mastering autumnal dressing, from the shimmering gown at the Bond premiere to a jewel-bright suit in Northern Ireland and a seasonal green at London's Kew Gardens. But from the red carpet to tours at home and abroad, just how much work goes into a royal outfit?
It's about hitting that right note between accessibility and yet being regal at the same time. So it's a huge balancing act. They'll be scouting for locations, checking how the fabric works. When she sits in engagements, does it wrinkle? Does the skirt come up too high? All those considerations on a practical level. And then symbolism. So obviously they reference quite frequently the country that they are travelling to. So a little maple leaf embroidered onto a beautiful gown for a visit to Canada, choual chemises for trips to Pakistan and so on. And then wearing a local designer. So again, the 2016 India trip, there was a local Mumbai designer, Anita Dongre, that they used. So all of that, it's a diplomatic exercise as much as a fashion and style exercise.
Claire talks me through some of the key Kate looks that highlight how the Duchess's style has evolved as she's gained confidence as a member of the royal family.
At Kate's first official engagement after her marriage, she wore a tweed frock coat, which was obviously very safe and quite reminiscent of her previous style. But if we fast forward several years, her fashion choices become much bolder. She's experimenting more, wearing an Alessandra Rich polka dot dress. 2019 was definitely the year of the trouser for Kate Middleton. She wore a pair of Massimo Dutti, I think they were £70 pair of trousers for the Chelsea Flower Show in the May. Paired with a pair of sneakers, £50. She's very good at wearing high street. Equally the same year, she's back wearing a pair of LK Bennett wide leg trousers with a little Sandro striped knit. Again, something that she had reworn earlier on in that week. Kate is so glamorous and so elegant. For me, she always nails the red carpet. She often chooses the same designer. So she's worked for a long time with Jenny Packham at this ARC charity gala. Beautiful, stunning dress. She's also obviously worn her for the latest Bond premiere, but obviously there's been lots of comment about the similarities between the dress that she and Princess Diana wore to the Bond premiere back in 1985. The shape is very similar, shimmering metallics, the plunging V neckline. That's not by chance, but a beautiful choice.
The power of fashion remains, and today's royals are utilising their wardrobes to maximum effect.